second at Winners, fourth at Springs, and second at Summer Championships. And like I can't get away from those numbers.
Those
are numbers I cannot ignore. And it's just like I said in the pre-show, like I absolutely would have put Soul and Ryze top 3 10 times out of 10, but like one of those times accidentally I remembered, like, dude, I can't deny Radish right now. I just can't do it. I don't feel good denying Radish.
Well, right now we'll see if they can deny Seabass, because Seabass was the one who really popped off in the previous set, but it's really Flower right now who's looking solid. He's found multiple connections onto this blue team.
He's been relatively healthy so far. You see him over on the wall, getting back over. There's the neutral air onto Soul, falling right on top of him.
Ooh, nice pickup on Ryze. Seabass able to save with that recovery. Turn around, gets that ground pound, and that's going to be Ryze's first one to fall.
See what they could do. They're kind of stacked right on top of each other, so they're not able to form a sandwich around Soul and really pick him up into any major combo until Ryze spawns back in. Neutral air to juggle Seabass just a little bit. Flower's got a lot of damage on him. Soul actually very undamaged here, only about halfway through the stock. There's a sidelight neutral air. Flower's going to completely retreat off stage. He doesn't want to get caught by any follow-up after his whiff move.
Yeah, I really like that decision from Flower. Hit the sidelight, went for the nair, couldn't get more. Nice juggle there onto Ryze. They're looking for more. Can't get the recovery. Both of them sweat beating. Not enough utility to go high enough to take out Ryze.
Juggle potential coming out. He hit the neutral air onto C and then the side air to take out Flower's stock. Seabass now running all the way to the right side of the stage. Is he going to attempt the edge guard? No, he actually goes to the soft platform. Great signature coming out from Flower to take Soul off the top. Another one.
Yep, that's that Kaya neutral signature. Such a strong tool there. And that is Ryze down to his final stock against this red team.
If you want the movement, you go for the side signature. If you want a little bit of movement, it still has plenty of movement in it, but not quite as much as the side signature before you get that dump of force, which is why he's going for the neutral signature here. Okay, are we going to see a KO off the top? Man, the spear players, specifically the Kaya spear players, have been loving those recovery KOs off the top. They've been pressing them.
Many Kaya players today. Okay, side air will take out Seabass. Things relatively even. You're seeing Flower actually kind of push the pressure there as he had the 1v2.
Yeah, going back and forth between the two members of the blue team, splitting them up. Even attempting the follow-up there, but Seabass, I think there was a little bit of overlap. Both of them had the exact same idea.
Let's go for those neutral signatures. Power play opportunity here. Oh, recovery. Gonna go above, but he still finds the pickup. Sidelight into the side air. 1v2. Flower on the respawn.
Okay, there's the weapon toss. Going to shut down that pressure from Soul. Fortunately for C, that's gonna disarm him. But wow, they kept that going unarmed. That gave C plenty of time to get back over and grab the gauntlets.
Yep, that went high. Definitely a lot of threat there put out towards Soul. Soul back onto the center stage. Surprised he's going in between the red team members right now.
Yeah, he doesn't seem to fear the setup of the 2v1 combo. Flower's just been going back and forth with these beautiful neutralites. He's been gravity canceling them too. There's the weapon toss. Now going back in, recommitting after it seemed like he was going to back up.
Okay, Flower throws away his weapon there. Trying to give himself some safety. You saw Seabass there with the protection. Nice pickup off the side air, and that is going to be Flower and Seabass with game one.
Yeah, that's a strong finish, game one. 640 damage coming out from Flower, doing serious, serious damage. We're going to need Ryze to kind of step it up here. 0 KOs and only 295 damage. Meanwhile, his teammate of Soul, 4 KOs, solid. 581 damage, solid. And he took 635. So he was doing so much of the work that game. And Ryze is just going to have to step it up a little bit.
Yeah, I'm really curious what Ryze can do, because you see, like, Ryze used both weapons, had a spear for 49%, bow for 41%, only did 153 on the spear, 141 on the bow, had a 1 damage dealt on arm, so somehow managed to throw a hand. But either way, like, he just wasn't able to put out any damage regardless of weapon.
And I think we're seeing him decide that he has to make a drastic change, and Ryze is going to swap over on to the Rayman, So we have some solid Axe gameplay potential coming out here from this blue team.
Maybe just a lot of respect to Flower. Didn't want to do the mirror match into the other Kaya.
Or the answer is just play like Flower, because he was doing such a good job last game. Really stellar gameplay from him. There's the D-Light coming in from Ryze. Sent Seabass flying. Both members of the red team are very heavily damaged here. Nice recovery after the neutral air attempt from Soul. Neutral Sig's going to whiff. Seabass throwing out sidelights, but he's going to get caught.
Yeah, great patience there on the side of Soul. Just kind of waited, saw that Seabass was going to try to go wild, and then just turn around, hit him with that recovery. That's going to be the blue team with a sizable lead right now.
Soul coming through with these neutral airs. There's a sidelight neutral air. Solid amount of damage. You can, if you start racking up those sidelight neutral airs, that's a ton of damage so quickly. Then the rest of the time you can just float around with a neutral air, kind of like you do with a spear neutral air. It's just safe damage. It's easy damage.
Ooh,
nice.
Great dodge up.
Yeah. He really felt like he knew exactly where Ryze was going after that. He felt the recovery coming in, so the dodge up put him right where he needed to be to grab that neutral air.
Yep, just had a bead on how Ryze was going to utilize that. Side sig slide charged off the soft platform. Seabass down to his final stock.
Great interruption. Flower hit that neutral air, and then it was just a neutral light from Soul. Ooh, Seabass was sweating there for a second. No one was able to really push onto him, but a side air from Soul. It's going to take out Flower. Again, blue team holding on to a massive lead here. Both of them still on second stock. Ryze jumping around with these down airs. There's the side air coming in from Soul. The punishes are coming through, but none of them are the KO damage punishes that they might need. Ooh. Oh, just a little bit too slow, or a little bit too far forward, really, to pick up that D-Light from Flower.
Just wasn't able to get it. Not able to interrupt there on the side of Ryze, though, but he does avoid that recovery. Still maintaining this slight lead and finding damage, but Seabass catches him off that soft platform with the gravity-canceled side zig.
There's a side air from Soul, potentially setting up an edge guard. He sees C right behind him. C's not actually going to push because he didn't have a weapon. He wanted to wait for that cannon to come in. Almost had the pickup with the GC side signature coming out from Ryze, riding that skateboard all the way over there. Seabass, he's backing up, just goes for the GC D-Light, whiffs that, goes over to the wall. He needs that safety. Flower does too. The down air splitting up the red team. Flower coming in for a potential save. A GC N-Light is not where Flower expected Seabass to be in that moment.
Down sig thrown out. Okay.
Nice.
And another one.
Who actually got credit for it? It was Rayman.
Yeah, Rayman. He had the fists coming out, so I think that was why, is like you still got the fist hit in there. But man, a great swap on the side of Ryze. Really stepped it up, was able to put out 565 damage, was able to put out 450 with the axe. And I feel like I'm just reminded of something that Wes said a long time ago, which is like, I just wanted an axe.
Yeah.
And that's sometimes what you need in a 2v2 space. Sometimes you just need an axe, and that's what Ryze had.
Yeah, he did a lot of work with it. He was just jumping around, using those giant hitboxes to sort of zone out the opponent and really have some like simpler follow-ups given how big those hitboxes are. So he can do a really good job of following up off of Soul. The sidelight neutral air comes out from the lance, and then you're ready there with like an axe recovery, an axe neutral air, tons of different things you can really go for there. He's going to start this one off early on the gauntlets though.
Oh man, Soul managed to slip past that ground pound from Seabass, and Seabass ended up hitting only Flower with it.
GC sidelight, attempting the turnaround side air from Seabass. Oh man, he picked up that neutral air, another neutral air. These are so close to KOing, but Ryze might be turning things around here. Over low and right, he's waiting for it. There's the ground pound from Ryze, and he's gonna lose that stock, but they're gonna trade it out 1 for 1. The only thing again, Soul living in the yellow, and Flower, he's dangerously in red if he's not careful.
Great patience on the side of Ryze there. You saw Seabass doing so much left and right, but he knew Seabass still had the movement to come back up, so he just waited and then hit him with that ground pound. Okay, gets that down air as well, just trying to get some more damage built up here onto Seabass' second stock. Down sig, little risky there.
Yeah, I think he expected Seabass to come in with maybe a neutral air, and so he'd win priority with a GC down signature once Seabass got right below him, but Seabass was sort of staying on the main stage. He knows the fear of that Rayman Axe D-Sig.
Ryze just controlling the ground there, just hits that sidelight, I think, and then waited. Whoa, Soul at the top of the map.
Ooh, the double axes. You're seeing the axe toss come out as well. Ryze is going to follow him over. Hit the side air from the wrong side of the stage, but a ton of damage on a high defense. Oh, Flower, he's still living after that. Maybe one more axe move would have let that neutral light from Soul's lance KO. There it is.
Yep. Down sig to take out Flower. Seabass just struggling right now, trying to find anything. Recovery.
Nice! Fantastic follow-up from Seabass with a gauntlet recovery after Flower's spear recovery, sending him up there.
Oh, Ryze. Great decision there. Went low, avoided the neutral light from Seabass. Seabass really wanted that to KO.
Man, Seabass needs a weapon. That weapon spawn came in, was just a little bit too low. Ryze was able to hit him, get him away from it. Here comes the gauntlets. Seabass hits the recovery onto Soul and Ryze. Oh, I think that might have interrupted a recovery that was about to hit Ryze, too. I think he was ready to throw that out, but Soul was just a little bit too quick with his own recovery. Neutral signature, KO off the top. What are they going to get on a Ryze here? Can they take him out? They don't. Seabass is actually going to lose his stock. Ryze was the one who did it.
It's all left to Flower in the 1v2 deep red. This is really tough to do, especially since Soul just took his first tick of damage on this final stock. Yep, that side air to clean things up. Ryze and Soul. Great pickups.
And pretty much splitting all of the responsibilities like right down the middle. Their damage is relatively even between the two. You're seeing here are the damage numbers. It's 516 and 565 for Ryze and Soul. They split the KOs right down the middle as well. So yeah, this swap to Rayman, absolutely the right choice. His axe is looking fantastic. Did he have more gauntlet damage that game? Yes, quite 39%, a bit more.
178 damage. Definitely showed a little bit more gauntlets. We felt it, but really it shows in the numbers. I think the big thing is, man, Flower and Seabass, we're not able to do anything in that one.
Yeah, they're just starting to fall apart just a little bit. They did 363 damage and 358. If you gave each of them like 100 more damage, which sounds like a lot, but isn't that lot, but also is kind of a lot, they'd be in a much better spot.
It's
so like they're close.
Not Pavlov's a lot. What is the other one?
The Schrodinger's.
Schrodinger's a lot. It's only a lot when you observe it.
Yeah. Oh, there's the recovery, potentially taking Soul out early. It's going to disarm him. Oh, they end up dropping that. The D-Sig and then the send over to Seabass, and his timing wasn't quite right on it. I think he was a little bit too close. They probably practiced that before, but they didn't practice it that close to one another. It may not matter in the end the way that Seabass is able to grab that double KO.
Yep, he still managed to pick that one up. Flower a little bit more damage, but I'm watching Seabass. When Seabass was getting shut down, things were a struggle for the red team, but now that he's got this stock advantage, he's got this health, things might be good.
Yeah, maybe we can see some of those signatures come out more. We just saw the GC side signature on the attempt on the pass from Flower's down signature, but that's like typically something we see more. We saw that more from Seabass earlier too. He's throwing out neutral signatures on the cannon, and it seems like some of the signatures have just gone missing here a little bit. He pulls out of that ground pound because he didn't want to hit Flower.
Yeah, I do like the way that he did it though. It was kind of like this burst right above Flower just in case Soul wanted to go for the edge guard. Ryze though with some neutral airs. Seabass in a little bit of trouble, but managed to come down. Nope, that side air from Soul.
What's Soul looking to do? It seems like he's trying to set up these double axes coming through. They're throwing out a lot of attacks, and none of them are hitting so far until that sidelight Nair ends up making contact and a neutral air. 2 neutral airs from Soul, 1 on Flower, 1 onto Seabass.
Wow, Ryze with the spacing there. Actually just kind of ignored the down sig, covers that corner. Right side, Seabass does get the KO onto Soul, and get the ground pound onto Ryze.
Yeah, unfortunately for the Rayman players out there, that signature is great to touch the wall until it's going to sit you there for so long, and here comes a cannon ground pound, and it's over for you.
Yeah, it's great if there aren't any opponents.
Yep.
Okay. Went for the ground pound to follow up off of the hit from Flower. Nice neutral air. Seabass, you're really starting to see him come alive here.
See if Blue Team can get this stock quickly. Ryze is taking quite a bit of damage here. He's getting close to red. He's going to be floating above, hits an axe down air on 1, axe down air on Seabass this time. Hoping for a little bit of a dribble game going on. Oh, he just barely whiffs that side air after the unarmed neutral air from Soul. You got to have those timings. That could have been the stock on a Seabass. How long is Seabass now going to live?
Oh, Seabass with the steal, though. Flower had the down sig onto Soul, and Seabass came in, hit him the side light to get him out of that one. That could have been a KO onto Soul, which would have been really nice for this red team to get that game 5.
Oh, that's going to be it for sure, yeah. He thinks he can throw that out right in front of 2 members of the blue team, 1 below, 1 up above on that soft platform. You're definitely going to take punish. There's no shot you're going to hit both of them in that.
Neutral air. It's all left to Ryze. Red team likely going to get that game 5, and they will with the neutral air.
I'm telling you, man, I'm impressed by Flower and Seabass. We just talked about the consistency of Ryze and Soul. 2nd place, 4th place, 2nd place. And then we're getting a game 5 between Ryze and Soul and Flower and Seabass. We're having some really cool shakeups in North American 2v2 here on the bottom side of the bracket.
Yeah, I mean, Flower and Seabass, it's worth mentioning again, this PR like 20 and 19, really outplacing their PRs and showing up today. And again, my eyes are on Seabass, putting out 597 damage in this last one, 252 with the gauntlets, 312 with the cannon. He was showing up in that game 4.
We're going over here onto the Demon Island for game 5. We're on the elimination side of the bracket. This is it for one of these teams. One of them will make it into the top 4, and one of them will be sent packing, tied at 5th place.
Yeah, who's going to go into the game 5? Who's going to go into the top 4 to go up against the Hideaway?
Can Flower get back into this one? He had the weapon toss to keep him safe, so he didn't need Seabass to actually save him in that moment. Man, Seabass just barely dipping below those fists. There's 1 KO off the top. Almost got the bounce pass there, but here's the end light into the side sig. The big fist from Ryze, and that is a huge early team wipe. Ryze and Soul still in the yellow. It's only not even 45 seconds into the game yet.
Yeah, they're incredibly healthy right now, and Seabass not helping the health department. Dude. Flower eats the weapon toss, goes for the turnaround, hits the recovery, but he's still in the open air against some gauntlets.
And he doesn't have a weapon. And there's the weapon toss, the weapon pickup. Nice down air. Is Flower, he's still going back in. He's fighting Ryze under the stage. Ryze gets back with the another grab ever, Seabass. Oh my gosh, that lasted forever. The stones on Flower to keep going. I can't believe.
He said we need a big play. I'm going to give you a big play, but really it was all a distraction. Seabass got the KO onto Soul and Ryze, but the situation's the same. There's still a full stock behind.
It was such a sick rotation from Seabass too, man. I almost wish they weren't behind. I'll do a little bit of bias here. I wish they weren't behind in that moment because that rotation, all of that work from Flower, that was so sick.
All right, Flower doing a good job utilizing that space, that range. Trying to come back into this one, trying to find the safe damage here. Ryze sweat beating, but he did get the wall touch. Dips under, and he gets to the other side.
If this wasn't game 5, I feel like the next place we go would not let you go into the stage whatsoever. We would be banning that stage out for sure, and we'd be going to a place with a big pillar in the middle. Dude, Ryze chasing so low with those down airs. Flower gonna get stage spiked. It's a moment where he's like, we need something huge. We gotta do it. I'll risk everything here. Can Seabass get the double KO?
Is he the clutch god?
Oh my gosh, dude. Ryze was so damaged that that neutral air sent him flying, and Seabass, he's able to do it. You see him swap out his weapon. He wants the cannon. He goes over to the wall. Now he's back in the middle of the stage. Has a lot of damage on him here. Ryze and Soul are looking for the game 5 victory here.
Yo, if Seabass does this, he's the GOAT. I'm just saying. If he does this, he's the GOAT. Oh, okay.
He's not the GOAT, but Seabass and Flower showed us something special today. I'm loving this team. Look at the damage across the board. Dude, 385 and 217 does not tell the story of what the red team did here. It was a really tough final game. The audacity of Flower to keep fighting over on the right side was unbelievable. I loved that, but Ryze and Soul, they were able to come out in the end. 4 KOs here for Ryze, 1 KO here for Soul. Man, what a swap onto the Rayman, dude. That changed everything.
Yeah, that swap over to the